This is Vinyl Voices Radio. ESPN 97.5.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm John Dillman.
Testy Dehan.
All right, we are back. This is Vinyl Voices Radio here on ESPN 97.5.
You got it right.
Justin Dejas. I am John Denman, Blazing Black, hanging out with us tonight. And, man, so over the last decade, I mean, your style of music changed a little bit, but you also added so much more style to your music. What do you think? Like, why is that? It's just like...
Man, who want to do the same shit for 10 years?
It's a good point, right? But a lot of people do, though.
That would actually be a very good segue into the next song, which is Hurt So Bad.
All right.
Which is, I mean, we had just had the romance.
We spent a lot of money on this song. Shit.
I think we need to hear it.
All right, let's get to it. Hurt So Bad.
Let's listen to this song.
Hey, what the hell was that, man?
I'm not feeling this.
What do you mean you're not feeling it? I mean, we've been working on this song for a month, and the girls are with it.
It's supposed to be a closed rehearsal.
What does that have to do with anything?
Mr. Suavemente, all you're worried about is your foreign cars and your fancy image.
So says the guy who had his own face on his shirt.
It's not even about all that. I think Vanessa's cheating on me.
Come on, baby.
I read her diary, man. When she was in the shower. You know I don't even do all that. She's talking about the way he feels, the way he makes her feel, his scent, the way he feels inside of her.
Wait, okay. Maybe she's talking about you and her when you guys are doing your thing, intimacy in the bedroom.
I've never been in her bedroom before. Every time I go over there, it's either on the couch or in the kitchen. You are the one that told me about the signs.
Yeah, that's maybe you fucking his girl then.
What?
I'm just saying.
Man, you know what?
No,
Forget
just-
her, forget the band, I'm out.
I was just joke. B, hey, what about rehearsal, man? B, whatever. No to eat to.
I got a text from my ex again. I guess it's up for her and him. The one who tried to snap her back with a slim jam. When I put on.
Hello?
Yo, what up, big?
What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. Hey, it was kind of weird how you left out on yesterday. I was just calling to see, if everything was good, if you straight.
I'd like to apologize for last night. This Vanessa thing really has me stressing out.
Yeah, I feel that. But look, you got to keep it moving, and stay busy. What you doing right now? Where you at?
Just running a few errands. What's going on with you?
I'm finna head to the studio. You know what I do. But look, check this out. Once I get back from the studio, why don't we link up and kind of, talk about it, kind of hash it out, man, so we can get on the same playing field, B.
All right. Bet.
Yeah. All right, peace. I'm finna hit the studio. You know what I do.
Sounds like a great breakup song.
Yeah, exactly.
No, like
And,
that.
and if you notice the beginning part is dun, dun, it sounds like all my children or one life to live. So it sounds really. I'm setting the scene for what we're about to get into from a song perspective.
Right.
This is gonna be straight soap opera-ish. You know what I mean? So yeah. So it's. I'll be lying if I say I thought about this all in the moment. A lot of things happen, and then it reveals itself after it's happened. So I just say, oh, you know what? I'm going to start off first with this, all my children. No. I'll be lying if I say I did. I intentionally did that. But as the story unfolds, it's like, oh, you start seeing it. And that's why we don't describe our music. We try not to describe it. We want the listener to get out of what they get out of it.
We back on?
We are back on.
Bro, shit.
Bro, I ain't never on.
But there's a whole,
There's a whole part of the song that you didn't hear on ESPN. The lyrics at the very end that's just like explains like the whole like the whole story, and then it gets to the end where it's just like
yeah.
you can't hear that on ESPN, but you hear it on the podcast and you hear it on YouTube.
Man, that was he was in his Rod Stewart, Phil Collins-esque type vibe. Because when I heard that, I was like, what album is that gonna go on? Don't know. It shouldn't even sound like that. And we was like, he was like, it's a single. I was like, oh, okay, it's a single. And then he was like, okay, we're gonna shoot a short film to this. I was like, oh, okay. So if you go on YouTube, it's actually a short film to this song, Hurt So Bad. Yeah, this shit hurts sometimes, And I'm usually the one that with the very hurtful relationships. But he pulled some of that out from.
He's the sucker in real life. He's the sap and he's the violin in real life. So I got some.
But you hear all the stories all the time. So
I hear all the stories. Let me say this: I can resonate. My reaction just not his reaction. Not saying my feelings weren't similar, but my reactions weren't the same, and that's the difference. So I get he's gonna do what I'm thinking about doing, but he's actually gonna do it. So I get to live vicariously through him.
And
he did what?
Man, one time he was a fool. Listen, one time he sent me a song, and it was like Father of the Year, but he bad with relationships. And I'm looking like, is he talking about me? So the hook is a diss track to me, and I'm supposed to write about all the stuff that I am not good at. Wow.
He
So I
can't
literally-
make pancakes and can't scramble eggs.
Man,
Hey, look, this is not another example. I said it's not intentional.
shit.
Right. I didn't have. I didn't have it in mind. Remind you when I'm recording these books and stuff. I'm at home. He's at his place. We're not together.
Right.
So I didn't have him in mind. No, I didn't have him in mind when I came up with that concept. But I don't fight. I'm amused to whatever comes to me.
Sure.
I don't fight that. I used to, but I don't really fight it. So if something comes, even if it don't make sense at first, if it sounds good, if musically it makes sense to me, clicks, I roll it however it sounds.
Are you talking about like lyrically?
Lyrically, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So when I recorded and sent to him, none of that was in my mind. Now, that's why you don't describe music, because it hit him.
Yeah, because it was about me. It hit me in the heart.
But then,
You punched me.
He said my name.
But he did everything but sign my name. Everybody knew what we was talking about. Everybody knew. We put the song out there, was like, oh shit, that's you. But they thought I wrote it. I said, nah, I ain't write that.
There was Gumbo.
But it's
like, I like
you know what? Could have titled the song Bishop the Fool, and this shit would have sold a certain way. Bishop the Fool. Oh man.
It's so interesting though, Eric, because
That's what I said.
well, when we, when we first talked about y'all coming on the show, Bishop had called, and a little bit of what we talked about was just like how few duos there are, really, but maybe even across the board, genre-wise, in Houston.
Hip hop,
You
you
know?
can't. I mean, Houston, like, there's no duo better than us, especially like hip hop. If you're talking about that, like, no, like UGK, they're from Port Arthur. Everybody else, they probably got together for one project or a mixtape, but no, it's just us.
Right.
The only duo with our own day in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The band, like, I mean, now it's probably a few other bands, but when we did that, it was it's like it's
hip hop band.
it's different.
Playing.
And so we don't say stuff to brag or be braggadocious. We say things for other people that are just like us, but don't know how to get their creativity out. Like when we have shows for everybody. And there are kids that are in middle school or even elementary school that don't know I can play music like this. I can create my own music. I don't have to get to a certain age and play other people's music in clubs or bars, which nothing's wrong with it, but I can actually get with some people like-minded and actually make my own music. Because when people, like when I say, hey, I'm in a band, oh, what do you play? My own music. Why do you do that? Because the shit jamming. Like, oh, we gonna make it jam, like whatever. But, a lot of people, especially in Houston, they get the misconception about live music that it's always, covers and...
Well, it's not a misconception. It is a fact.
Yeah. I didn't want to say that.
I mean, well,
I was going to jump in on
it's
that
not a
one, but
misconception. It's a
yes.
fact. 99% of the music you're going to hear live music is going to be cover music in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
But I say that not only because it's a fact, but because to make my next point. Part of the reason why we got really popular doing live music was because we would come into these venues that bands would play regularly in, playing cover music. We would go in there playing our music.
Right.
You finna pay us to play our music. We're not playing cover music. And so we had our biggest gig. They wanted to do a residency of a period of time. I'm not gonna say their name. They wanted to do a residency of a period of time. And
we had to play for 2 hours
we had to play
every
for 2
night.
hours. And to be honest with you, this is some transparency talk. Most of our shows, most of our biggest shows up to that point has been either predominantly white or mixed crowds.
Right.
Most of our shows. And I'm cool with that. I'm saying it to make a point. This show, what we're about to do, this residency was going to be one of our biggest payday consistent payday up until this point, was a all black crowd. Which is fine, but it's different.
Right.
You add on to the fact that they've been hearing a certain sound from a certain band
for years.
for years at this certain spot. There's no guys, guess what's coming out of pipeline moment? It's just like one moment, 1 week, this band is here, the next week, you guys are here.
Right.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
And so their initial statement was, I don't know what the initial statement was. Bishop talked to him. I didn't. But all I know is we went to the first rehearsal about what we're going to play. Initially, there were a lot of covers we immediately started running off. This cover, that cover, that cover, that cover, that cover. We were just practicing these covers. And then finally, by the second practice, I was like, nah, we went to the venue. Or we went to the venue and we saw all people sitting there. And we was like, man, we do what the hell we want to do. I'm like,
we don't care.
Yeah, I'm like, if and this is something, this became true to me moving forward, this moment in time. And it's for anybody who's listening, that was when you fully believed in yourself. Cause I said, if I'm gonna go out, if it's gonna be I'm just gonna go out just doing my stuff.
Right.
You're gonna love me or hate me just doing I'm not gonna curl to what the status quo is, if that's not what I am. And so we went out there, we did our own music. Now we do put covers in there for fun, for shits and giggles, right?
Sure.
But 90% of what we're doing, but it just so happens. Ain't no just so happen. I'm gonna give it what it's due. Our music is as good as the covers. So the reality of it is people are listening to our music and they assume it's a cover. It's just not a cover that they know of.
Right.
Because you can't tell.
Right.
I will mix our song with a cover beat or a cover band to go back and forth, and you have no idea that's my music, and then I'm playing with this person's music. Or I use this person's beat, but this is my music on top of that beat.
And so also,
And we doing it live.
Right.
and this is where this is why we're so freaking awesome. Because while he's thinking of it on that aspect, I'm looking at the business aspect, and I'm thinking, well, hey, so every venue that we go to, I look at the capacity, right? So if the capacity says 160, okay, I know our draw. I know a few people in the liquor industry, and they have to do these promotions and different things like that. Okay, is it somebody's birthday? Is it something I can put together a theme around this? Is it something I can do? Because I know though the capacity might say 160, they literally can only fit about 50 to 70 people in there. We can do that easy. Okay, so this is what we go do. Now, we make it beneficial for everybody, because during this time that we play for these 2 hours, you know that your liquor sales are gonna go through the roof. We know your food is gonna go through the roof. We go help you with the liquor sales. We go promote, you know what I'm saying? We go promote with the band and promote and push and push and push. Matter of fact, we gonna do
I'm
you
dancing on top of the bar.
we gonna do you got that from me.
We giving away shots.
Look, we gonna do, and so look, I used to dance on top of the bar, right? So then I started noticing every show, I started getting further and further away from the bar. So my mic is always on here, and I can't reach the bar. So I look up, and he's walking down, and he's skywalking. But everybody saw him do it first, so I just be like, okay, bro. And we on the same team, do your thing. I ain't getting up there, man. One time I tried to get up there, and the cord didn't go as far. So, like, I was just like, man, the hell with that. And then I'm bigger, so I had to put my knee on it. It just looked weird. I had to put my knee on the chair started spinning around. I said, man, hell no. I ain't know the chair even spin. I was like, man, hell no, I ain't getting up there.
You'll speak.
But I say that to say this, like, as independent artists, you got to find out, like, you got to give people what they want too. So on the business side, it's like, hey, we fulfilling this obligation. So now you see all of this coming together, and we rock. So that's why we've been able to, stay going to these different places, because they know we're going to promote. They know we're going to bring people out, and they know we go put on a good show. So the weirdest thing about us is our past fans, present fans, and the new fans that are just randomly there, they all have never been together, because if they were ever together, that's a bunch of people. So we're trying to, we fighting for our title every night, because it's a bunch of people that have never heard these songs, and they just be sitting there like, what is this? It sounds cool, let's, and we be like, dang, but then by the end of the night, we get so much praise and so much love, and it's amazing to be able to do, you know what I'm saying, what we do, and then actually be, best friends, brothers, or whatever at the same time. I couldn't ask for a better life. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I could use a few more million in mine.
I mean, I can't. You know what? You're right. You're right.
I mean, on that note, yeah, on that note.
We're gonna talk about this relationship.
On that note,
I need to move my chair.
I think you swell my ass.
Let's get into
You
it.
now swell.
3. All right. Yeah. Yeah. No, man. Music's been really badass. If you've never seen a Blazing Black show, you absolutely need to go check them out. Is there any shows coming up?
Yeah, actually, December 1st, we have a show coming up. I probably should have had all the details together. Just follow Blazing Black on every social media
Focus
platform.
on Blazing Black.
Blazing Black, BLAZE,
With the X.
BLACK.
Yep.
And we will
Hey,
have,
and just know, once you follow on IG,
we not gonna follow you back.
no, that's not what I'm saying. The person you're talking to in the is him. It's not me. So if people come up to me, hey man, I was like, whoa, hold on, I don't know what you're talking about right now, cause I don't. He's the person you're talking to, not me. So when I look at you like I don't know what the hell you're talking about, I really don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Nah, we've had women in the DMs that asked me to send pictures of who they talking to. And then I sent a picture of myself. Nah, I'm looking for the other one. Oh, okay. I'll tell him you said hi. So follow his IG.
Oh, man.
Fuck out the deal. I'm over here with this. I'm over here with this.
These are funny stories because I never hear them until a time like this. Like, I don't even be aware of these things. That's funny.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start after the show confessions.
I gotta close out the show.
Oh yeah, we got you. My bad.
But we have more.
And we have one more segment after this, but for the radio that everybody listening to, we have to close out the show. Blazing Black, check them out anywhere online. Just look them up. Blaze X Black. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Frank's Pizza, appreciate those guys, and True Anomaly for being our beer sponsor. It's been a very fun day. We'll talk to everybody next week.
This is Vinyl Voices, brought to you by Adley Law Firm, Houston's personal injury attorneys for 30 years.